Alright. Hopefully everything works now. If it doesn't, I'm gonna pop a gasket. Okay, great. Straight up, that has never happened before. And I have no idea why it would have happened. But when I say, like, literally all... Like, when I say my audio stuff, I mean OBS. And I literally mean that OBS was, like, default. Luckily, I knew how to reset all the settings, but my god. I was wondering why you didn't respond to my response to you earlier, because you asked, like, what's the mission for today? And I gave, like, this semi-long-winded, like... semi-joking answer, and then you didn't respond, and I was like, okay. I'm assuming you answered my question then. Yes, I did. I also answered, because, I mean, and you already know this, but it's just a reminder that this game did originally come out on the 3DS, so while it is true that 64 was the first 3D Mario, in a literal sense, that it was in a 3D world, This is the first Mario game that was in, like, legit, like, 3D, though. Come to your doom. Thank you. Alright. So there must be a green star around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It was that easy. Oh, excuse me. At least you got good no commentary footage. I'm not really planning on putting out any more of that. I am going to be releasing these VODs as, you know, usual. Oh, let's go in here. Ooh, a stamp! A stamp that I can't use anymore because there's no Wii U channel or whatever. I'll be releasing these VODs on the archive channel as normal. Hi, you are big. Give me what you have. Okay. Plus 100 seconds. Hey, what's over here? Yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay. So yeah, just to reiterate in case the answer is still a little ambiguous because of my rambling, but I don't necessarily plan on finishing all of 3D World. I'm definitely going to be playing more of it today. But now that Bowser's Fury is done, I'm pretty good to like just play this in my off time and not on stream. So today is, you know, today is going to be more of this, and then tomorrow is Little Nightmares. Hopefully we'll finish it. I forgot to look up. You got your fix of Mario. Well, the thing is that I didn't get my fix of Mario. It's just I don't necessarily think I want to be playing this on stream. I'd rather just kind of play it on my own. I will admit that I was having more fun with Bowser's Fury when it was literally just me quietly playing the game with no commentary. That was a lot of fun to me. I liked that, so I think I'm just gonna go back to doing that. Not today, but you know what I mean. Oh, excuse me. I have eaten almost nothing but bread products for the past 6 days. I feel like shit. All I want is fruits. Well, the person you always got was Adrian. Changes a lot. Well, I mean, not that I had any problem with Adrian being here yesterday. It was actually really entertaining. Excuse me. Just like, I don't know. I kind of want to veg out a little bit. As you can tell, I'm still ill. So I gotta... because as you know, stream started at 2 today. And, I didn't actually wake up until 1:30. So I went to bed at 2 a.m. and woke up at 1:30. Almost 12 hours. would have been more than 12 hours if I had let it. All right, mother lover, get over here. You do that. Yes! I'm a genius. No, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, sleeping for a long time isn't bad, especially when you're sick. It's just that I started having like premonitions of like, I just want to play Mario. Because I do, that's all I want to do. I just want to play Mario. So anywho. Yeah. Premonitions of Mario. Hello, Koopa. You know what I did? You know what I did watch last night that not exactly embarrassed me, but just reminded me of it just reminded me of how much Hollow Knight has like a rabid fan base. I watched a video last night where it was like a lore roundup for the game, for like all the DLCs and stuff like that. And obviously there's a lot of lore in general, but it was like, it was baffling to me because the video was an hour and 30 minutes long, and the guy was like, yeah, this is the basics of blah blah blah, and I'm like, you're joking. I forgot just how much lore there is. Oh, come on, dude. No! I was gonna say goodbye. There we go, look at that. Wow. Yeah, I know, an hour and a half, and I watched the whole thing, and guess what? It was a great video. I loved watching every minute of it. Oh, okay, cool. Beetle. No, I needed his shell for infinite lives. Oh. It's not really much of a green star, is it? Come on, there you go. Thank you. Oh, they just hop back into their shells. That's neat. You think that's death down there? I'm pretty confident that that's death down there. Ow. Murder. Aha, murder. What is this? Oh my god. Cool. Easy. I was thinking about this yesterday because I was listening to the Bowser's Fury OST, which obviously it has its own OST. I was listening to it, and I was legit wondering... Okay, well there's definitely something up there, but I can't get it. And I was legit wondering... Does it count as... because a lot of the music in Bowser's Fury is new in the sense that we've literally never heard it before, like especially the sick-ass like Godslayer Bowser theme. But I realized that a lot of the music that they produced was actually just, or not was actually just anything, but it was reminiscent of music that they'd done in the past. Like it had like similar vibes. Nice double kill. That works fantastically. And I wonder if that almost qualifies as cheating, you know? Sort of like how the Coca-Cola company has thoroughly integrated itself into like the childhood of like many people over time. I almost wonder if Nintendo has defined like what video game music sounds like so much that they can just get away with not exactly just reusing the same things over and over, but you know what I mean? Hopefully I'm making sense. Still a little tired. I wish I had a box of tissues. I might ask for a box of tissues later. Well, successful product placement. Hopefully you're referring to just Coca-Cola with that, but it's just like, I don't know. Oh my god. Hello. I'm gonna ignore him for a minute. Let me go to this. Ooh. I will take the small box since I'm not greedy. See? Not greedy. Alright, Chargin' Chuck. Coming for you. That was easy. The cat suit is pretty powerful. Almost a little too powerful. It's got mobility, it's got a melee attack. Fucking beat his ass. Cats in general pretty powerful. I don't know. I can think of several cats that aren't that powerful. I'll take that. Why are they both showing me this? That's weird. Alright. Oh god, Cat Goomba's a nightmare. Ooh, neat. So you never punished. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute fool. Oh hey, look at that. There we go. What do you mean up the wall? Yes, hello. Sure, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. Well, it appears as if I needed a cat suit to do that. Which is quite unfortunate. Can I get one from you? No. Okay. Alright. I'll just go fuck myself. Ooh, cat. Another bread product. Saba, you are correct, but the thing is that I can't really eat much else without getting nauseous. No! Oh, that is a video game. Okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. No one freaked out. You freaked out. Shut up. There you go. Give me that. Alright, now I should be able to do this, no problem. Look at this cat stepping. Yes. Mail. Oh, okay, I'll check that in a moment. No one talks to me for 4 days. And then as soon as I start streaming, it's like, oh. It's a nice problem to have, I suppose. Okay, there you go. No, you fucking cat. I know where the last green star is. I just thought of where it was. Hello. Oh. Oh. He did. Oh, he not did. Now he did. Ta-da! Oh! Oh, I can't even go back though. Oh my god, these are so tall. Ta-da! You know what would be kind of a fun thing to think about, I think? So, the cat suit and I guess the Tanuki suit, although to a lesser degree, because they got an offensive thing and a mobility thing, right? The cat can climb up walls. It also has like the dash hover thing. How Cat Goomba exists? They took one of the cat bells. It's just like everything else, man. Everything else in this world. They just took a power-up just like you did. You as in Mario. Excuse me. So, I wonder if... Oh, hello, Plessy. No! Whatever. I'm basically just touring. Ah, I see. Why don't I see fire ice Goombas then? You kinda do. You've seen ice Goombas before, but you definitely never seen fire Goombas. I wonder what that would even do. I guess the fire Goomba. I guess the fire Goomba would just periodically like spit out a fireball, right? And it would bounce around the environment. That'd be pretty cool, actually, I think. I'd like that one. Oh, right, sorry. To finish my thought from before, I wonder what mobility stuff you could give to... Well, that was annoying. I wonder what mobility stuff you could give to, like, the fire flower, for example, that would make it a little bit more on par with, like, the cat suit. Because I was thinking about just straight up giving it, like, a triple jump, but every time you do an extra jump, it's like a burst of fire that Mario, like, shoots downwards. Kind of like what Zuko and what's-her-face, Azula, do during their Agni Kai. That sounds good. Thank you, Saba. Good input. I'm joking, of course. And you kind of already got something with the ice flower, but they never really do ice flower anymore, right? They kind of did it in Mario Galaxy, and that's basically it. No, that's not true. They did it in some of the new Super Mario Brothers games too, where it just shoots like a snowball that turns things into ice. Fuck. Which is fine. I also just like how fast they got rid of the fire flower. I have no idea what you mean by how fast they got rid of the fire flower. The fire flower is still around. They still put it in games. Or do you mean in Super Mario Galaxy? How fast the fire flower went away? Oops. My bad. Well, because in Super Mario Galaxy, the Fire Flower wasn't a power-up, it was like a puzzle element, essentially. Because you never got to wander around with the fireball. That was mostly, as far as I could tell, that was mostly for, like, balancing purposes. Because they didn't, or not balancing, but they didn't necessarily want to design entire planets around the ability for Mario to just have the ability to throw fireballs, right? But yeah, cause like even in the Melty Molten Galaxy or whatever, not Melty Molten. What was the one that was like fire and ice in Mario Galaxy 1? Ooh, what's in here? I'll grab that small box every time, dude. I do wonder what you could do with, like, I don't know, what are some other ones? The boomerang power-up desperately needs some assistance in being more interesting, because as of right now, it's boring as hell. Yay! God, I love how gaudy this area is. It's so tacky, I love it. Oh, hi, Ma. What's your favorite power-up? Oh God, I have no idea how to even begin to answer that question. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like mainline Mario power-ups, right? Like none of the weird shit that they put into like the RPGs and stuff like that. I don't know. I really liked the penguin suit from New Super Mario Brothers. I really like that one. I think I've talked about it before, but I also really enjoyed the blue shell power, just because that one was really fun in multiplayer. I don't know. I've kind of already alluded to it, I guess, but like my favorite Mario power-ups are the ones that are mobility and offensive at the same time. I really like those ones, so that way it doesn't feel like I'm necessarily trading off a whole lot by doing one over the other. That was it? That was the entire challenge? These things look like fucking M&Ms. I love them. I did not almost fall. Shut up. What's your favorite power-up, Saba? I thought someone was just yelling my name. I got very scared. You like Boo Mario. Have you played a Mario game that wasn't Super Mario Galaxy? Or do you just really like Mario Galaxy that much? Oh, I didn't realize there was rings to shoot through, my bad. Wait. No, I want that though. I want the stamp. Woohoo! Oh, that was easy. Well, that was easy. Yeah. What do you mean, I'm not sure. Are you not sure whether or not you played another Mario game other than Galaxy? Ooh, what time is it? Dude, it's already 4. Wait. I woke up at 1:30. Never mind. Sorry. For some reason, I thought I woke up at 8. I did not. Ooh. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I played a bit, but not a lot. Played Super Mario Brothers 64 and both Galaxies. Super Mario Bros, the first one? Like the one on the NES? That's fine. Captain Toad cannot jump. Don't forget that. I played Bros for the DS, and I think for the Wii. Yeah, those were the two big ones. Does that make sense? Dude, I want to play fucking Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on stream. I think it's still $60 though. Which is insane. Needless to say. I'm missing one? Oh, I'm missing 2. Oh, excuse me. God, I really look forward to not being sick anymore. I only got like 6 days left. Only like 6 days and then I'm good. Hype. I got 10. It was it was kind of in Gen NES and Game Boy. I didn't get to some of the DS. Okay. Alright, bitch. I'm coming. Oh, come on.
It's about time.
Boom. I learned what those did in the previous Bowser's thing. Ta-da! 8.
Excellent.
Sick. Ooh, little clock. I actually think that the clocks in this particular game make a lot of sense. Mostly, if not almost exclusively, because they directly translate into score, which I think is really cool. It's a very good design change, because it allows you to have little ditties. Oh, hey, who are you? Never punished. Woo! Saba. Saba, I think I know what you mean, but you have to recall that there are 1,000,000 water castle levels in all of Mario. So you gotta work with me here in terms of what the hell are you talking about?
Hello, Zach.
Hello, Adrian.
Welcome to the stream. I see you.
This is your stream now, is what you're saying.
I didn't know where I was going with that. I couldn't think fast enough.
It was a funny bit.
it might have been a funny bit if I had a quicker wit. But
dude, I'd buy this car. Oh, I should probably. Well, actually, you're not even gonna be watching. You're gonna be playing your own thing. So. Hello. I do think it's kind of interesting how in this game they decided to add soccer bombs just to like reinforce the mechanic of like, oh, you can just kick these.
Yeah, because I guess it's a good visual tutorial for children. We're like, oh, how do I deal with these bombs? Oh, kick them because they're soccer.
Because they're a soccer ball, yeah. And it's like, oh, that's like kind of clever. I kind of like that. Oh my god. Bowser, I'm so sorry.
Preferable. It's much preferable to if they were just normal bombs and then some like jar fairy showed up and was like, you gotta kick them back at him by running into them! And, like pause the entire like fight to tell you that.
Yeah. One of the I mean, alternatively it could have been the traditional Mario thing of he throws a bomb and then you have to put it out and throw it at him. Right? And Mario's done that before. Saba's in chat, by the way. You can say hello to Saba.
Hello to Saba.
We were talking about just like different Mario games in general, and then Saba says, "Yo, there was one where there were big drills and you had to time past them for getting squished." Saba. Saba, you realize how many Mario games there are and how many of them you just described without, like, intending? Like, Saba's trying to describe a specific Mario boss, or, yeah, a specific, like, castle Mario boss, and the only descriptors she's given me so far were that it was a water temple, and it had those big, like, screw drill pillars in it. Those are the only descriptors she's given me to try to get me to, you know, understand which boss she's talking about. And I'm like, you mean these staple Mario things that they've had for a long time?
I mean, in fairness, yeah, it is hard to describe them down to fine detail because
like if Saba's describing like the water castle boss in the game that I think she's describing, she could just describe the fish. Because that's the boss in that castle that I think she's talking about. Because she was talking about earlier she was talking about the Mario Bros. For DS. And in the water castle, the boss was, you know, as I says, a giant fish monster. And so it's like, oh, okay. But no, Saba chooses to describe the giant thorned pillars. No, I believe it was Bowser's kid. Well, they're not nephews. They're not related. They're the Koopalings. But, so you're talking about the water castle on the Wii, which was Wendy, I think? The pink one with the big hoop wrist bangles?
The only girl among them.
Excuse you, Ludwig is non-binary? Which I guess still wouldn't make him a girl. Never mind.
Yeah. Also, where the fuck did you get that source from?
I don't know, I just made it up.
I thought so. Because if Ludwig were non-binary, I would probably one of the first people to find out.
Why would you know that?
Because Tumblr's obsessed with that shit. And I use
Fair.
Tumblr a lot.
Oh, it doesn't actually let me pick up the coins that drop? That's kind of mean. Saba goes, maybe I'm just mixing up the games. Also possible. So Adrian. So Adrian.
Yeah.
There was another topic, also Mario related, that we brought up earlier that I thought was kind of interesting. So you know how in this game the cat suit is like ridiculously OP?
Yeah.
So I posit that the reason why it's ridiculously OP is because it has mobility and offensive ability at the same time. Like, because you can climb walls and then also you have the melee attack. And
Right.
so I was wondering if you could go back to like the classic Mario power-ups and give them either one or the other in terms of like an additional, like for example, the Fire Flower just throws fireballs, right? Which is great. I says to Saba, I think it'd be really interesting if the Fire Flower also gave you like a small triple jump, like not exactly like your normal jump, but it would allow you to like pop in the air twice, and each time you did that, you threw a fireball straight down.
I
I think
mean,
that'd be kind of interesting.
I think arguably mobility, but maybe more so just utility. If I wanted to buff the Fire Flower, I would just make it so you can't be damaged by fire while you have it.
That's a utility thing I could see. I don't have a problem with that one in particular.
You could consider mobility because it would let you just go places more easily.
That is true, but it is less interesting in the sense of like it's like a passive thing that allows you to do a thing. But that's still
I'd say-
interesting. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say less interesting. I'd just say more passive.
Well, I guess this comes down to definition, right? Just because like at least in my opinion, for like game design in particular, the more passive something is, the less interesting it is. Depending on whether or not there's already a billion things that the player has to worry about.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tend to disagree, but I guess that's a fair viewpoint.
I think this might come down to a difference in the games that we play.
Yeah, I don't think.
Because if you're playing like a big like CRPG type thing, yes, obviously you want like a lot of passive stuff so that you don't really have to worry about all the different things. But then for me, I'm often playing like platformers and puzzle games and stuff like that, where I want to be doing stuff, you know.
Fair enough.
I can't remember what game it was, but there was a game that I was playing that had like secret, like hidden collectibles everywhere, and by getting to a certain part in the story, you got a thing where these secret collectibles would just be revealed on the map to you, but only if you got close enough to them. Like if you got close enough, then they would appear on the map. And I didn't necessarily like that one that much because it was like too, you know, once again, it just felt too passive to me. Because it's like, I don't know, I have no idea what I would even want it to do otherwise, but, you know. Ooh, yeah, what's another classic Mario power-up that could use a little bit more juice to it? I said the boomerang, but I legit could not think of anything to give the boomerang that would make it more interesting?
I guess if you want like a technical thing, being able to bounce off it like Cappy and Odyssey would be cool.
Ooh, that'd be kind of
That'd be kind of high skill though a little bit.
Yeah, because like I mean they did base an entire game off of that mechanic, so it kind of makes sense that it would be a little bit much to just have on the boomerang. But I do like it though.
I mean, I wouldn't go far to say that all of Mario Odyssey's like movement is based on bouncing off Cappy, but it is a strong component.
I mean, the entirety of the game is based on Cappy, but definitely not just bouncing off Cappy. You're right, but still.
Yeah.
I always interpreted Mario Odyssey as being somebody had this idea for like this really cool movement system with the hat, with Mario's hat, and then they were like, okay, we gotta keep adding to this.
Yeah.
You've been pressing up games. Or how about Ground Pound would give you a circular fire blast for Fire Flower? That's also kind of interesting, but that's another offensive ability. That's not mobility. Right.
That doesn't help round it out. It just makes it.
Are there other Mario powers that are just mobility that don't have any offensive capability to them? Does the cape? You can hit people with the cape, right?
Yeah, you can do a little spin with the cape. It's literally similar to the Tanuki, but I think the hitbox is just slightly taller.
Okay. Ooh, 15. Oh, I got that. Technically, Penguin allows you to slide. This is true, but when you slide into enemies with the Penguin suit, it hurts them. So it's offensive and mobility, which is, once again, the thing that I illustrate as being, at least in my opinion, the best type of power-up. Because you gotta think about it from two different angles.
Can you slide on, like, grass with Penguin, or is it only, like, ice?
You can slide for a little bit.
Okay. Because I thought it was only like you can only slide on ice.
If you slide, you can slide on ice indefinitely, but you can slide on any other surface for a little bit, and then sand is the least. Like sand basically just makes you stop immediately.
I was gonna say I haven't played any Mario game with a penguin suit, or just Mario game in general, in a very long time. These Mario games fucking suck.
No!
How dare I? Me, Adrian, the king of all Mario games, infamous known for my opinions being very important on Mario games. Miyamoto has a hotline to me and he taps my conversation.
It's it to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
I killed him!
Oh, Adrian does not like the direction of the new Mario games.
They're all garbage. No.
He's tapping my phone for my opinion on Mario games.
Not necessarily for video games in particular, but I do recall that when I was younger, I truly did believe that somebody must have be keeping tabs on my opinions on movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Because I remember there'd be several times where me and my dad would be talking about whatever, right? It'd just be like some TV show that I was into that day, and I'd be like. And once again, this is me as a little kid. I'd be like, yeah, they should really do X, Y, and Z for the story mode. I think that'd be really cool and really fun. And then 2 days later, a new episode would come out, and it was exactly what I said what it should be. And I was like, yo, they're listening to me. Not realizing that as an 11-year-old or whatever, I just had watched a lot of TV, so I knew what they were going to be making, but it's fun.
It's not as, well, nowadays it's not as unlikely they're not listening to you, but just that they'll actually do anything about it.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so how do I get... I can probably do... Oh, God. This is so hard to... Nope, you go back.
Jesus Christ, okay.
This is so hard to do with just motion controls like this. There we go. Alright, got it. There we go, look at that. All good. Penguin also swims faster. That is true, I forgot about that. See? Told you. Mobility. Also, I believe while you were swimming, you could like hit the attack button to do like a little twirl, which would also hurt enemies. So once again, best of both worlds.
Sounds familiar.
Hello, little Goomba. You traveled a long way to die.
Now you must die.
Now you must die.
Oh, must die.
Link, it's so good to see you. You must die.
Must die.
You will perish by my hand. Okay.
You will die by my hand.
Smacks you with his glove.
It's from Dragon Ball, remember?
What? No.
You will die by my hand.
I
Frieza
mean,
says that.
who says it?
Frieza. He says that as like his desperation move after Goku fucking saves him and he's cut in half and Goku's flying away. He's like, "No, you will die by my hand!" And then like an idiot, he shoots Goku while cut in half, and then Goku's like, "You fool!" And then turns around and shoots him and he's like, "Ah! Who could have perceived this wouldn't have worked?"
Fuck are you talking
Despite the fact that I am currently entirely bisected, he still overpowered me!
Man, hearing about Dragon Ball sounds like a drug trip.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Wait, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna go because I already have a cat suit, so I just get the top of the pole for free.
Oh, double for free.
Oh. Yay! Ooh! What does this pipe do? Ooh! Why would you live here? You fucking weird toad? See, the game can't trick me. I know what I'm doing.
You can't trick me. You're too smart to be tricked.
What were you playing yesterday?
Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous.
You still playing that today?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how there are subtle stat differences between playable characters in this game. I presume that you are referring to the fact that, like, Luigi has, like, a higher jump, and Princess Peach can hover and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree. I think that I think that's really cool.
Luigi falls slower.
Does he fall slower?
I believe so. He's more floaty or at least that's traditionally what he's depicted as one of his abilities or differentiates from Mario.
Okay, because obviously everybody's familiar with the idea that Mario is just like good boy, right? So he's just like the generic guy.
Right.
And I always thought that it was Peach that had the, like, because not only did she have the direct hover, I also thought that she was the floatiest of the three of them.
If I remember correctly, Peach hovers and then falls at like the same speed as Mario, and then Luigi falls slower because he like Yoshi kicks kinda.
Oh,
But,
he flutter.
Yeah, he flutter kicks. But I know in Smash Bros, Peach falls slower. I just thought it was like in the platformer that Luigi fell slower. But in any case, Toad's been a pretty recent but consistent addition to the crew now for some reason.
Which is really weird because he's not like Captain Toad, sure, because that's like a character. You know what I mean? Like that's like a.
But Blue Toad.
Like right?
Like the fuck gives a shit about Blue Toad, you know?
I feel like I'm walking into a trap, and I need to be careful.
What, you don't like Blue Toad?
Are you dead? Now you're dead. Okay. Oh hey. Oh, the whole thing was that. Okay. I thought she could glide down. Yeah, that's what we said. She like, Princess Peach falls slower in general, and then she also glide.
But I believe she's supposed to have like slow speed and low jump, relatively speaking.
Yeah. I'll just go in there. Fuck it, why not? Oh, that was clever. I like that. That's neat. No! Got it. Nobody panic. Least of all you, Adrian. Don't want you panicking.
How did you know?
Oh! Yes? Alright, thank you. Ooh. As soon as I finish this level, I think I'm gonna take a break for a minute just to eat. Also, I have mail, apparently.
How dare you?
Who? So if it wasn't a Toad, like a generic Toad, what would you suspect would be the fourth character for like the Mario stuff?
It's a question.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it to be Daisy,
Yeah, I think that's fair.
right? Because you got Mario and Peach, like that's obviously a pair, and then they kind of shied away from the Luigi and Daisy thing that they like pushed super hard for like a year, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Excuse you?
I misclicked in a video game and I got fucked over because of it.
Oh, I thought you made a funny noise because Daisy was thick, and I was like, "Who are you? Saved you click video games?"
I am a Daisy connoisseur, I will not deny.
All right, give me 1 second. We can continue this in a moment. Ugh. God, I need tissues. Thank you for pizza. Oh.
Oh, come on. Damn it.
Hello, I've returned.
I'm getting fucked over in this video game.
Oh no. Dude, I woke up a couple of days ago to a guy right outside my window in the neighbor's yard with a chainsaw. Alright, well that's a way to wake up in the morning.
Okay, thank God. God damn it! I thought I was safe because I'm playing a CRPG game right now, and game crash. Cool. God damn. Okay. I thought I was safe because I'm playing a CRPG game, and I got the enemies away from my fucking archers, and then just more enemies ran straight past my melee guys towards my archers, and I'm like, God damn it! I want my archers. They're valuable.
I like them.
I like them. Why you went past? Why you went straight past all of my melee units that are making a wall?
The melee units that just have t-shirts that say "Attack me."
Yeah. Can you guys not? I mean, I guess they are cultists. It would make sense if they couldn't read.
What, cultists can't read?
Well, they're cultists of like demon lords, and demon lords whole thing is
hello,
chaos.
Lawrence, by the way. Lawrence is also in chat.
Hello, lords. But yeah, demon lords whole thing is chaos and not being smart. So it would make sense if they couldn't read.
That's a weird thing to be all about.
Well, that's part of the thing. Their other thing is being about like crazy shit.
Alright, you filed a claim of unemployment. I did. This is true. The last day you worked for your employer was March 20th, 2020. That is true. In in almost a month. It's gonna be a whole year without me working, which is gonna suck, but that's not my fault.
Yeah.
The reason you are no longer working with the above employer was listed as COVID-19, followed by graduating, followed by having to move to NC temporarily. That's exactly what I put verbatim into the box, which was really funny.
I sure wish this fucking guy would get off my archer's jock.
Jock.
Go the fuck away and leave my archer alone!
Hello, world of Mio.
Oh my god, they killed my archer!
Adrian, oh my
I'm
god.
so pissed! Why do they always go straight? They just ignore all of the melee guys and go straight for my archers. They're so expensive too. Ugh.
You know, would probably help with this.
What would help with this?
Don't buy any archers.
But they're
If
so useful.
if you play the whole game with only melee units.
But archers are really useful.
Are they useful enough to deal with this frustration?
Yes, they shoot any people from any range on the map, and they're so good.
Oh yeah, I walked outside my room and the noose drastically lowered. I go to my window to check to see if I can see the guy. I lift a shutter and he's basically eye level with me about 10 feet away. Okay.
Okay, thank god, I finally got them off my archers.
Okay, 10.
Okay, I did it.
Say, hell yeah, give me that cat. Makes this so much easier. There you go. Thank God I got that. Otherwise that would have been fucking impossible. Perfect.
Perfect.
Meow. Perfect. Saba, don't tell Lawrence about the change in plans. It's gonna be a big surprise that hopefully nobody anticipates.
Yeah, we're no longer streaming.
Oh yeah, sorry. To just kind of conclude the thought that I was having earlier before I returned to this delicious pizza. Do you think, because like Toad's whole dealio is that he has the highest top speed and the highest acceleration, right, out of the 4 characters. Do you think it
Right.
makes sense to give Daisy that same ability too? I think that'd be kind of cool. However, I do worry that it would lean a little bit too hard into the fanboys who think that she's a tomboy.
It's hard to characterize Daisy's abilities because she hasn't done much besides be a Peach mirror.
Precisely. In Smash Brothers.
Just in general too, though.
In some of the sports games, she's really competitive.
Right, but it doesn't translate to platforming super simply.
Well, in the sense of, when I say competitive, I mean that she shows herself to be really athletic.
I guess, but
Like in Mario Tennis Aces, when you're doing like the campaign or whatever, she's like the 4th to last boss or something like that. So it's like she's like apparently pretty good.
right, but like theoretically, aren't Mario and Luigi's all supposed to be super athletic?
Sort of? I guess that's true.
Their whole thing is jumping.
Yeah, but they're also just like crazy superhumans. Like if you're a superhuman, does that mean that you're athletic?
I
like
would
by
say so.
default.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Daisy does have a pretty decent backstory that isn't really talked about that much. Where? Talking about the fucking Wario World backstory or whatever?
Saying the comics or some shit. I don't know. I haven't read them.
There are comics, that is true.
Right, but I don't think anyone's read them. I don't think Nintendo cares about them.
I love this song. This song's really good. You can tell him, Saba. It's fine.
If you had a weapon, what would the
To
weapon
defeat
be?
Metal Gear?
Yeah, what would the weapon be and what would you name it?
Now, I do need to ask the clarification question. Is it a weapon to surpass Metal Gear, or is it just a weapon, period?
Like, if you were an adventuring kind of guy, and you went out to adventure to, like, cross the Basalt Lake and reach, like, Domino's or something, get a pizza, what would you use? You okay?
I'm fine.
Did that one get you? A little bit?
It was like 50-50 because A, I'm sick, and B, it was funny, and C, I was eating.
Fair enough.
Alright, so you're saying I'm an adventuring type. I'm assuming like some sort of fantasy, whatever.
Yeah, you're crossing the concrete pavement path to acquire a pizza from a legendary pizza smith.
And I need a pizza smith. And you're saying I need a weapon, and I need to name it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that you would be known for holding in, like, battle.
Okay. I would be well known the world over for my Parmesan pulverizer, and it's just like a giant. It's like a giant, like anime style warhammer, but the hammer at the end is just a giant shaker of Parmesan cheese. And so whenever I go to eat the pizza, I smash the shit out of like monsters to like break up the cheese in the shaker, and then I pop it open and just kind of sprinkle, and then close it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would be known for, my Parmesan pulverizer. How about you, sir?
I would dual wield big, large cat corpses, and they'd be called double leopardy.
It has nothing to do with pizza.
I didn't say it had to do with pizza. I just said you're getting the pizza at the
What
end of the
was
quest.
the point of the pizza then?
To like help carve in your head the idea of this epic quest.
God damn it.
To get a pizza.
Double leopardy is pretty good. I
Yeah.
do like double leopardy.
Thank you.
Like, doesn't she have an entire town? I think it was in Mario Kart. Well, no, Daisy is a princess. She's legit a princess of Sahasraland or whatever. What is
Some
it?
shit like that.
Yeah.
I keep calling it Sriracha Land because
Well, I call everything Sriracha apparently, but it's just like, but yeah, she has her own entire kingdom, and you are for true. There is the Daisy circuit is supposed to be set in Sahasraland or whatever, but we never actually get to see them. Ooh.
you get to traipse across it in Mario World 2, I want to say. 1 or 2.
Yeah, theater mode, at least for the time being. Next Friday, based on my understanding, should be totally fine to go back to the normal schedule. And we'll go back to doing like the regular schedule of games. Excuse me, where we can all hang out at the same time and stuff like that. But the only reason that I had to shift the schedule is because I can't be staying up late. Which I already do anyway, but there's a difference between staying up streaming and staying up in bed watching Netflix. You know what I mean? One of them technically still qualifies as resting.
Well, the other one is watching Netflix. Oh, I have a book in my inventory called Adventures of a Fearless Crusader, Briggy the Sausage Maker. Would you trust a guy named Briggy the Sausage Maker to forge a path across the Basalt Lake and reach you Domino's to get you a Domino's pizza?
I don't like sausage on my pizza.
What if you got DoorDash for a pizza and then you saw the deliverer's name was Briggy the Sausage Maker?
Wait, that's their whole... Wait, but but is there... Because you know, in real life, we don't really have titles like that. So is their name Briggy, and then the Sausage Maker is, like, spelled weird and all one word?
No, that's their last name.
Okay. The Sausage Maker.
How would you feel?
I mean, what do you mean, how would I feel? I don't judge people. Like, I'd be
Okay,
like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
What if you look at the DoorDash map, like checkup, because it's been a while, and you see he's like 5 miles away from the place, and he's instead of the sausage factory?
I'd be pissed. Did I already pay for the pizza?
Yeah, but what if you're about to call them because you think he's gonna be late, and then like immediately, like right on time for he shows up on the initial like timer where he's supposed to have?
So you're saying is that when I look at the thing, they're just at the sausage factory, but then at the
Right.
exact moment, right before the delivery would be late, they show
shows
up at
up.
my front door with the pizza.
Yeah,
I'd be like, fine, whatever.
like he picks up the pizza and then he hangs at the sausage factory until the last minute before it'd be late.
Wait, so is the pizza cold?
No, it's kept in one of those like thermo bag things.
So it's fine.
Yeah,
Is
but
the pizza dirty or anything like that because it was in a sausage factory?
no, he left it in the car. He was in the sausage factory.
Oh. Well, I mean, legit, I have no problem with that. Like, I know that apparently the guy could have just teleported and delivered me the pizza immediately, but the agreement was that he would get it to me before it was late, and it wasn't late, so I'm not mad with Briggy.
What if you open the box and it's just full of sausages covering the pizza? Like not even chopped up, just fully like hot dog link sausages.
Because when I heard that streams were put on hold, I thought that A, it was a joke, since no one was talking about it, and Zach has joked about it before, or Zach found a job with conflicting schedules with the stream. God, I wish I found a job. It's still very much not happening, no matter how many applications I put in, which is really frustrating. I even started putting in, like, more and more applications to stuff that, like, is just regular employment, you know what I mean? Like, not even in the industry. And I'm still getting literally jack shit from it. But nah, I had to shift the schedule because I'm sick.
I'm sick.
I'm sick.
Yeah, how would you feel if you opened the pizza box and saw that there is the normal pizza on the bottom, but it was just the box is filled up to the brim with like sausages on top of it?
Well, no, I'd be upset because that's not what I ordered.
Well, you ordered it still there, it's just underneath all the sausages.
Right, but sausages have like juice, and like they give off like, you know, juices and flavors and stuff like that. And I don't like sausage. That's not what I ordered.
Okay. Would you like complain to DoorDash that like, hey, I didn't get what I ordered?
Yeah, probably.
What if they're like, all right, send us a picture, and you send the picture, and they're like, we see the pizza underneath there, it's right there.
and my response to that would be, well, I didn't order any sausages.
Yeah, but you got the pizza.
No, but I didn't order any sausages.
Well, you got what you want. You got the pizza.
Hey, dude, please.
What did you order? You like the pizza? And you're like, yeah, you got the pizza. It's right there.
I specifically ordered a white sauce pizza with sliced chicken and garlic butter with no sausage. It specifically says right here, no sausage.
Oh, does it?
Yes,
You
it
look
does.
at the, you look, and the guy crosses it out on your phone with a Sharpie.
On my phone, like from the other side.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Briggy looks at you and he twirls his little mustache and he's like, enjoy the pizza.
Enjoy Enjoy the pizza.
Enjoy the pizza. Oh yeah, this, and then he takes his sausage knife. It's a knife made of sausage.
Is that still dangerous?
I don't know. Do you want?
Do you want to
fuck around and find out?
It's like that. It's like that YouTube channel where that Asian guy just turns like, you know, sticky notes into a knife.
Things into knife. Yeah.
Yeah. He does it with a sausage.
You want to test me? I'll fucking stab you.
That's really fucking funny.
Anyways, would you challenge him to a duel?
With my Parmesan pulverizer?
Either that or just normal knife.
I challenge him with my Parmesan pulverizer.
Okay.
I would definitely... I feel like if I was in a world that had trial by combat, I would definitely be that like type of video game boss where my attacks are kind of easy to dodge for the most part, but if you do get hit, it's a one-hit KO. I'm definitely like those Bowser fights where he just has like the big hammer or something like that, and he like slowly moves and he just goes wham! It's wham!
Do you think you could beat Briggy the Sausage Maker?
Um,
Keep in mind his slick mustache gives him +1 bonus to dodging.
why?
Cause it's oily, and he uses it to lubricate his face.
Well,
not a very
little,
big
well,
bonus, but it's a
little,
bonus.
well, little does Briggy know. My face is always slick with grease.
Right, so you also have bonus to dodging. But his is a unique mustache bonus, whereas yours is just a general oil bonus.
I like the general oil bonus.
Yeah.
You have to give me some more stats, because as of right now, I feel like me versus Briggy, I would probably, like, if I were to challenge Briggy right now, I would also be dealing, like, disease damage to him.
Oh.
So I need some more stipulations as to whether or not, because as of right now, I think that he might beat me in combat, but I'll get him in the long run.
you'll take him down with you. That's what you're saying. You'll aftermath him.
Precisely, posthumous.
I will say that Briggy's sausage knife is not nearly as long as the Parmesan Crusher, whatever the fuck it's called.
It's the Parmesan pulverizer, you fool.
Yeah, he doesn't have as much range as you.
It's my family's ancient weapon.
Right, he doesn't have as much range as you, but he is quicker because he's not carrying on a giant Parmesan pulverizer. Although he is weighed down by the 12 sausages he carries around his waist. His throwing sausages, if you will.
I do, little does he know, through my many years of training with this Parmesan pulverizer, at the 11th hour of the fight, right before he gets me, I use my super secret move, which is while I like wind back the hammer to do like a big slam, I then shift my weight so that way instead of going straight down, it goes to the side, and I do like a whirlwind like spin, and I just keep going like that until either A, I kill him, or B, I vomit.
Or you tire out. Do you think that if you were swinging the Parmesan pulverizer, you would tire out first or vomit first?
Sorry?
If you were swinging the Parmesan pulverizer, like, do you think that you would tire out first or that you would vomit first?
I'd probably tire out first.
Sure.
It takes a lot for me to vomit.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. I finally finished my pizza.
Well, what if Briggy just like uses his sausages to extendo pull himself over the reach of your swinging attack?
What, like a fucking grappling hook?
No, he links them all together and pushes them like pole vaulting over it.
I don't think sausage like okay, either one of two things is happening here. Either these sausages are disgusting and they are rigid enough in order to allow him to do that, or you're lying to me.
No, he tries to do that, but then they're just still kind of fresh, so he just flops over and falls into your attack anyway.
Oh, so I win, is what you're saying.
Well, no, he eats some of the sausage to regain his HP.
So, okay, how, like, give me a percentage. How much of his HP does he regain
So
by
you
eating a
knocked
sausage?
him down to like 2% of his HP, and he starts eating them to regain 10% at a time.
Eat for each one.
For each one, yeah.
Okay, so that means that if he was at 2%, so let's say he eats 9 out of the 12 sausages, because he said he had a dozen.
Right.
Was it a dozen or a baker's dozen?
Well, no, he enjoys them, so he eats them pretty slowly.
Oh, he eats so
He savors
slowly?
them. Yeah.
Alright, then I crush him! Like, this isn't a contest, I crush him!
So you think you would beat Briggy the sausage maker?
In the scenario that we have proposed so far, yes, I think I would.
Alright, so you destroy Briggy, and then you call DoorDash and you're like, hey, I beat your delivery. He's like, oh, okay, here's your refund, and you get your DoorDash credits back. But you still have the pizza covered in sausage. What do you do?
I'm not gonna lie, I still probably eat the pizza. I don't.
What do you do with the sausage? Also, Briggy's corpse.
Well, I mean, I turned Briggy's corpse into more sausages.
I mean, you like unbutton his shirt and like his chest is entirely made of sausages and swords.
He was like he was like a scarecrow made of sausages.
Yeah, the only thing that was human was his head.
I dismantle as much of him as I can to like get as many sausages as I can, and then I just kind of leave that in the fridge just in case I have guests.
Given how you've described your ability to incapacitate and defeat Briggy the Sausage, what do you think Briggy the Sausage Maker looks like?
What do you think Briggy the Sausage Maker looks like?
Yeah, what do you think he looks like?
Well, you described them as using a sausage knife, which seems to imply that there's some sort of like roguish person or whatever. But you also made
also a slick mustache.
Yeah, slick mustache. So he kind of looks like a you know the classic like Western villain, like Western is in like cowboy villain who like twirls his mustache and like he like ties the damsel to the to the railway tracks or whatever. It sound like to me Briggy looks like that guy, but like a little fatter because he's like into sausages.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
You're not drawing this motherfucker, are you?
I wish I was, dude.
Adrian, I can't believe this.
He's the best character I've ever made.
But you didn't even make it. You got the basis from like a thing from your game, and then we've just spiraled this character into oblivion.
That doesn't mean that I didn't, make us describe him.
You did. This is true. Most of the details came from you, so I guess that does make him your character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. God, I'm really glad I was able to defeat Briggy. I was worried there for a second that you weren't gonna let me defeat Briggy.
No, Briggy's like a mid-tier boss.
What?
If you defeated Briggy, would you still trust DoorDash?
I mean, I don't really use DoorDash that much to begin with.
Okay, fair enough.
But,
what would your opinion of DoorDash be after defeating Briggy then?
I don't know. I'd probably be tired enough to the point where I'd like order something else.
From DoorDash?
Probably. Allow me to explain. If I'm ordering from DoorDash, that means that I don't have food in the house that I care to eat at the moment, right? So if I just defeated Briggy the sausage maker, that means that, and I worked up an appetite, that means that there's still nothing in the house that I want to eat.
What if you go to open up the app again and you realize that you accidentally downloaded an app that just looks like DoorDash? It's called Dower Dash, where it sends you people that fuck up your order. No, it sends you people that fuck up your order. And your options are to just be sad about or fight.
You realize this could be a webcomic, right?
Dower Dash?
Well, more or less, just the idea of like you try to order food, or like you could expand this like to a ludicrous degree of just like different like online like apps where it's like it's the app that you know and love, like it's Amazon, but it's like instead of Amazon, it's Spamazon, where the guy who delivers it to you just keeps delivering the exact same fucking thing over and over and over until you defeat
And then you have
him.
to defeat him.
Yeah, until you defeat him in until you defeat him in combat.
Oh my god.
Every issue of this webcomic is literally just this premise, but in a different like skin every time.
That'd be pretty good, I think. Has a lot of potential.
Lawrence! Lawrence, are you keeping track of this? Lawrence, I know you're already working on 6 different projects, but I have another one to propose to you.
It's pretty good.
Lawrence is furiously writing down notes, apparently.
Nice.
I really like Spamazon. Alright. What weapon do you think the guy from Spamazon would use?
Probably a sausage bow.
Not everything can use. Not everything can use.
No, not a sausage bow. Sorry, my bad. He'd probably use a spammer, a war spammer.
What's a? Oh, instead of a hammer, it's a spammer.
Yeah, war spammer.
Was it? What is it? Can you describe to me what a spammer looks like?
It's a long hafted weapon. At the end of it is are 2 tins of spam tied together with.
Oh, okay. So that gives like a whole new context to what the fuck Spamazon is then.
Yeah.
So Spamazon not only keeps sending you the same order, like over and over and over, but they also specialize in. They also specialize in Hawaiian processed ham products.
Yeah.
I think it's ham.
It's pork.
Okay, pork.
Jesus Christ.
So how's your animation going, Lawrence, by the way? I haven't actually checked in with you in a while. I guess we could always talk about this tomorrow, but still.
What animation is Lawrence doing?
He's been wanting to do a like celebratory like I finally graduated animation for a while. He did the initial animatic like a while back, and then on his Instagram he had the full animation no cleanup phase done. It looked really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna beat this giant Galumba. Hey, look at this fucking Galumba. Look at this fucking Galumbas. Look at them. Look at these fucking Galumbas.
Are you a Galumba?
No, I'm a Gushin. Because I had to learn that its name was the Gushin, and now you had to know that its name is the Gushin as well.
Just remember, me asking you, are you blank, just made my mind drift off to the fucking meme where it's like, are you a bad enough dude to save the president? And then the permutation of that, are you a bad enough dude to kiss me with tongue?
Oh my god.
It's pretty good.
And
well, are you?
And hey, Dad, who apparently is listening to the stream at the moment. Hi. Just wanted to say hello. No particular reason. Just wanted to say hi. Adrian.
Zach, you need to be in bed resting.
I know, but I want to play Mario.
Mario is evil.
It is, well.
He wears the devil's colors.
What? Red?
Red. Yeah.
Red.
Must be purged.
By fire be purged.
By fire be purged.
There we go. Oh, hey. Woo! Look at all the fireballs. I don't
Okay.
want this.
How would you feel about a job at Dower Dash where you serve as someone who fucks up people's orders, and if they have issue with it, they can either just complain or try to defeat you in one-on-one combat?
It's similar to regular DoorDash, right? Where I don't necessarily get to pick what I'm delivering.
Well, okay. Well, here's your agency, right? You get to pick how you fuck up the order. You have to be on time, but you get to pick how the order's messed up.
I mean, fuck, what was the guy's name? It was like Benty the sausage maker?
Yeah, Briggy the sausage maker.
Yeah, Briggy the sausage maker. He clearly has like a whole persona based on how he fucks up people's orders. So do I have to have something similar, or do I just get to fuck it up in general?
They recommend it if you want to move higher up in the job, then probably. But if you're just looking for something to pass time, then no.
If you're just looking to pass the time.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly why I get into like serious employment is for entertainment purposes, you know?
Yeah,
You know, like everybody does, yeah.
Just to pass time, kill some time.
Oh god, I love that. That's so funny.
Well,
okay, repeat the question one more time, because I think I have an answer, but I want to make sure it actually fits with the criteria that you've given me.
So let's say that you choose to take up a job with DourDash. How would you choose to?
How do you feel
mess
about
up?
4 then, Saba? Look at this.
How would you feel? How would you choose to mess up orders that you take that you would cause customers that numbers you? Granted, you can't be late, but you have to choose a way to mess up orders.
I can't. I'm not allowed to be late.
Right, because otherwise they can actually get a refund without having to fight you.
Give me. I have an answer for you. But give me like let's say you ordered from DourDash, right?
Right, I ordered from DourDash.
You ordered from DourDash. Tell me what your order is, and I'll tell you how I fucked it up.
I order a small personal pizza with mushrooms, red onion, and pepperoni.
Okay. When I get to your door, I give you 2 things. I hand you a Big Mac from McDonald's and then a piece of paper that says I owe you 1 pizza.
And that's how you fuck up the order?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I didn't say that you need to include the base order somewhere.
You just said I couldn't be late. That's all you said.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. What do you think that would tie into a larger theme, or would you just would you just do that kind of as a thing?
Well,
How?
allow me to continue, right? So give me another order.
Okay. This time I order a Big Mac from McDonald's.
Okay. This time, wait, are you the same individual or are you a different individual?
Yeah, I'm the same guy.
You're the same guy? Alright, this time I get you a Rio Del Grande from Taco Bell, and it says, I owe you 1 pizza.
Okay.
Just completely skipping over the thing. You kind of fucked with my plan a little bit by immediately flipping it on its side. I was gonna do the classic video game thing of I want A, but guy who has A wants B, guy who wants B has C. I was gonna do that. Where I was basically gonna take 11 orders and just shift them all by 1,
yeah.
so they all have to get together to exchange food.
Okay.
That was gonna be my plan, but you kind of fucked it up immediately by flipping it on its head.
Okay. So let's say that happened. You just get me the. You said what? You get me a pizza?
For the
burger order.
Yeah, for the Big Mac. Yeah, I got you the pizza.
So I didn't get the pizza, nor did I get the burger that I originally wanted. I now have a burger.
No, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you do not have a pizza. You got a Real Del Grande from Taco Bell and a Big Mac. That's what you got.
Okay. So your thing would just be confusing orders, more or less, and leaving an IOU.
Swapping orders and then an IOU. So
what if instead your thing was You deliver, like, let's say there's 2 people and you're living with the other. You deliver, like, the guy who wants a pizza, you give him a burger. The guy that wants a burger, you give him a pizza. And then you just leave a note. You just like, oh, I'm sorry, I delivered to the wrong person. If you want, you can challenge this person at this address.
Pretty good.
So you just like matchmaker, but instead it's for fights.
But it's for platters of food, and then also trial by combat.
Yeah. You that way, if they have umbrage, they have to take it with someone else and not you, so you don't risk your own life, but you still get to watch people fight if you want.
I'm about to say it's not my fault.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Your food exists. It's just your job to go get it.
Right. I mean, I took it from the place to a residence.
Yeah. So it's because you remember how what's his face, the sausage maker, like instant transmission from the sausage factory to the abode where he had to deliver my food.
Right.
It's sort of like that where I pick up 11 orders all at the same time, and then just instantly teleport
You
to
just Santa Claus them.
Yeah, but each to the wrong address with the IOU stating, all right, you have to go here, and you have to go here, and you have to go here, so on and so forth.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
What do you mean? I think this is great.
But then the thing is that Dower Dash, the benefit of all this is that they only charge half the cost of any normal order, like from DoorDash competitively. So they are extremely cheap, but you do often risk either not getting the right order or having to fight your deliverer for your order.
I have an alternate thing that I would like to do. You know how like at bars you can have tabs, right?
Yeah.
The idea
yeah.
being that once you get a paycheck, you'll pay.
Yeah.
What if instead of paying, like for Dower Dash, instead of it being half cost, what if they allowed you to function on a like tab system where? Okay, give me a second. I gotta beat this guy. I got him. It was a tab system where at the end of the month, the bill collector shows up to your home, and you can either just pay for all your food full price, or you can challenge him to combat. And
The bill collector is like a super boss.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like me or Briggy, the sausage maker, we're like normal like mini bosses. This guy is like full ass legit ass boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the tab collector's weapon of choice would be, and what do you think his whole do you think? Because like he's obviously an Hyperspace, he would have to have like a theme.
Yeah. So he's the tax collector, right? He has two weapons because he's a big boss, right? So he has two things. You have to watch both of his things at the same time.
Right.
In one hand, he has this giant sack with a money symbol on it, but he mostly just uses that as like a cudgel, right? Because it's just full of money, whether it be dollar bills or coins or what have you.
Coins.
And then
Golden coins.
yeah, you know, jewels and golden teeth and stuff.
The queen's crown is in there.
Well, it's whatever people, because that's what he is.
Yeah.
He takes value equal to what you owe. You know.
No, yeah, dude, the queen's crown's in there because the queen tried to beat him in combat but couldn't win.
Exactly.
And had to forfeit her crown.
You kind of beat me to the punch a little bit, but I was gonna, after I was done describing the weapons, I was gonna tell you that if you lose to the collector, he doubles the cost of what you owe. But then you can challenge him again. And you can keep challenging him until either A, your original cost is 50% of what it was, or you give up and then you have to pay. But anyway,
Right.
and then his other weapon, just think of like a giant like berserk like anime style sword, right?
Right.
But the actual like inner workings of the sword look like an abacus. And while he's swinging it at you, he's constantly just flicking it back and forth to try and tally how much money you owe.
Do you accrue more debt for fighting back at him?
Well, it's like compound interest, right? Where the longer you go without paying him, the more it's like 0.001% compound interest, but that compound interest is per second. So yeah.
But that ramps up, like that doesn't kick in until you start fighting. So the longer the battle takes, the more debt you accrue.
Exactly. It's the moment where you decide like, oh, I'm gonna fight this guy. That's when
Yeah,
the
with the moment where you
compound
like roll for
interest starts
initiative.
building up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What? This is a great idea.
It is a great idea. It's just
It's
there's
kind of
a
scary.
complex battle mechanisms.
What are you talking about? It's great.
There's a lot of rules to this fight. I'm just saying.
Wait, he's the boss fight.
No, that's fair. It's just this would take a lot of tutorializing to get you acclimated to this.
No, it gives you 0 tutorial because life doesn't
No,
give you any
no,
tutorials.
dude. It's in the terms and conditions.
Yeah, of Dower Dash, it's in the terms and conditions.
Yeah. That's where the tutorial of Dower Dash and how it works.
It explains all of this shit.
Yeah, it explains all the tax collector's weaknesses and shit like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
like just above the front of his left ankle, he has a weak spot from when he was playing soccer as a child, and the big kid fucking swept his knees. It's like,
Right.
oh, that's so good.
It's pretty good, yeah. What was the tax collector's name?
The tax collector.
Yeah, I feel like it should be Blank the tax collector, or like a
Okay.
title or something.
Throckmorton, the tax collector.
He shows up in a skateboard.
Oh, that's how he moves around. He has
Yeah.
his big sack to beat you with, but then he also has his skateboard to get around.
Yeah.
Now this is a Suda 51 character. Someone said this VOD to Suda 51.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Alright, Saba wants to know if we can make a snowman. It does not appear
Snowman
as if
Dower Dash boss? We can do that.
So now I gotta ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Is the tax collector, or sorry, just the collector, or the debt collector, I guess is his name. Throckmorton, the debt collector. Is he the ultimate boss? I feel like there's still a CEO, right?
Yeah,
Like
he's the
above him?
penultimate boss. But like
So Throckmorton, the debt collector, is like the is like the CFO, the chief financial officer of Dower Dash. But then there's still the CEO, and then there's the secret boss, which is the president of the company.
of the United States.
They just so happen to be the same, yes.
Yeah. Everyone knows Joe Biden's side hustle famously.
Famously is jipping people in Dower Dash.
Well, hang on, it's a fair deal. You read the terms and conditions, didn't you?
I can't do a Joe Biden impression, so I can't help with this joke. Dude, this lore. This lore is incredible.
So Dower Dash is definitely like a new agency in the Ace Attorney universe.
Dower Dash. Dower Dash, and what was the other one? Spamazon?
Yeah, Spamazon.
Spamazon's the same way, where when you don't, or when you order stuff, you only have to pay at the end of the month, and but this time it's Mock.
It's personal.
This time it's personal. It's Mock Thornton. The
Spamazon versus Dower Dash is like the fucking Pokemon Ruby versus Pokemon Sapphire.
I just like the idea of it's the exact same boss, like with the same abilities and same whatevers, but this time he's like wearing a mustache, like a Groucho Marx mustache, so you can.
Yeah, he's also wearing like opposite colored clothes.
Yeah.
Just a palette swap.
I've always been a big fan of Mock Thornton. Throckmorton has always rubbed me the wrong way, but Mock Thornton, that's a guy.
That's a guy. Certified guy over there.
This Fucking Frostport.
I was gonna say, so both the CEOs are obviously like evil aligned, right? So the CEO
Across
of Dower,
both companies or one company?
Yeah, across both companies.
Okay.
So the CEO for fucking Dower Dash would have to be like evil or McStingy Grub, and then the CEO of Spams would just be Jeff Bezos.
No, Beth Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
The S in Bezos stands for spam.
For Spamazon.
Yeah.
Wait, so the CEO of Spamazon is just like a funny haha version of Jeff Bezos. So is that just because you don't know what the name of the CEO for DoorDash is?
Kinda.
Okay, because I don't know either.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I was supposed to bring an NPC to a place and I forgot the NPC.
I died.
Oh.
We're both not doing well.
I also wonder why Cat Mario is yellow and not red. How many fucking red cats do you know?
Isn't Luigi a green cat?
Yeah, but I mean, that's a green cat. I've seen green cats before.
You mean the one from A Christmas Cat?
A Christmas cat?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a really shitty animated movie, but yeah, it's a movie.
I have literally never heard of this.
It's
It sounds terrible.
well, technically, the movie is called Spookly and the Christmas Kittens.
Fucking excuse you?
It's because it's the sequel to a Halloween movie called Spookly the Square Pumpkin.
Is this another bit? Are we doing another bit?
No, that's real.
Are you sure?
There's this guy that I watch on YouTube made some videos about it.
Okay.
But yeah, Spookly the Square Pumpkin is literally just Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but for Halloween. If you could believe that.
It's a little weird.
The premise is that there's a pumpkin, he's born and becomes sentient. He's cubic rather than round.
Right.
And then everyone shits on him for the entire movie. And then at the end, there's like a big storm, and all the pumpkins are rolling down a hill basically. And Spooky's like,
but he
"I'm
doesn't
not
roll
rolling,
because he's
I'm
a cube."
cubic." Yeah, and then they all like him.
So okay. So you weren't kidding. That really is just Rudolph.
Yeah, but then Spookly and the Christmas Kitten, I don't think has any basis in other stories because it's fucking wild. So Santa gets a cat, and the cat is green, bright green, for no reason. And then Santa hangs out with the cat and is like, "I need to get you a home."
Doesn't he already have a home because he lives with Santa?
Apparently not. And then Santa is like, "But I'll do that later." And then
But I'll do that later.
he goes to deliver presents, and then the cat jumps onto the back of the sleigh.
Can I ask a question? Why does Santa sound like Trogdor?
Because he is.
Oh!
But yeah, no. So Santa starts flying off, and fucking the cat is dangling off the back of the sled, falls down, survives because he lands on a snow hill, and then is stuck in the same house that Spookly's at. Because I guess Spookly survived Halloween, and despite becoming a jack-o'-lantern at the end of Spookly the Square Pumpkin, he's still alive, I guess. Then the Christmas cat gets picked on by the people around the pumpkin patch, and he leaves, goes to the forest, and then hang on, I need to remember the sequence of events. He goes into the forest, gets lost, finds a magic raccoon who's like, "Hey, you want to get back to your home? I'll get you back to your home." And he's like, "Sure." And he's like, "All right, I'll trade you that collar for this sack, and the sack's gonna get you home." And the cat's like, "Okay." And then the cat gives up his collar, which identified him as I don't remember the cat's name, whatever.
Spookly.
Not Spookly. Spookly's a pumpkin. Cat gives him the collar, and then when he opens the bag, it's 3 more kittens that are smaller than him. And the cat's like, "What the fuck? Who are you?" And then they're like, "We don't know. We were abandoned too." And the cat's like, "God damn it.
I've been had.
I've been had."
I've
Goes
been
back to the
bamboozled.
place. Yeah, goes back to the place where Spookly is, and then they forgive him and they make friends, basically. And then it's revealed that fucking... It turns out the raccoon was Santa all along.
This is weird.
And Santa knew he was gonna end up at the house, and yeah. And 3 cats join him, and then a bunch of kids adopt the cats. That's the plot. Sterling writing, I know.
I feel like I'm high.
I bet the creators were too when they wrote that.
So we played Abzu last weekend. A game you may or may not already be familiar with, just in general premise, but game has a lot of fish in it, right? And turns out, and I didn't know this, turns out that Colin is actually very well versed in fish, because he's done a lot of like diving and stuff like that, which is really neat. And one of the things that he introduced me to that I absolutely love, so pufferfish, right?
Right.
Pufferfish.
Carrot in the mouth.
Carrot in the mouth. Pufferfish do that thing where when they get scared, they like just suck up a bunch of water and get super big, right? Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Colin, I don't think he intended on doing this, but I was like, I asked, is there any other fish that, you know, do something like that? Like, is there any fish that, you know, just make themselves, like, inflate, essentially, to, like, intimidate predators? And he was like, no, but there are other species of pufferfish. And I was like, oh, really? Like what? And he was like, oh, well, you know, there was like the blah 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 pufferfish and the yada yada whatever. And then he's like, and then there's the box pufferfish. Hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going with this. The box pufferfish is literally just because of like where it came from or whatever, but it suddenly put the thought into my head of pufferfish that inflate into other shapes other than spheres, and I think that's fucking hilarious. Like, I love the idea of a pufferfish that inflates to the shape of a cube.
I like the idea of a pufferfish that inflates to the shape of a sword, and it just stabs its prey.
What would be the funniest shape for a pufferfish to, like, it looks like a normal pufferfish, right? But then when it gets scared, it goes into this new shape. What would the funniest shape be? Because I have an answer.
Okay. How complex can the shape be?
I'll allow me to answer, and I think this will answer your question. I think the funniest shape that a pufferfish could turn into when it inflates is your face.
Okay.
But, like, the pufferfish has never seen you before. It just so happened... It's like that Jinji Ito thing, where, like, the holes in the wall were made for people. It's literally just this one species of pufferfish. They inflate to the shape of your face for no discernible reason. I think that'd be great. I like that one.
I was gonna say, like, depending on how complex we're allowed to make it be, I would say like a fucking Penrose triangle.
It's a Penrose triangle.
It's the impossible triangle that flows into itself, and like it doesn't make sense.
It's fucking non-Euclidean.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty funny.
You try to bite it, but your teeth go right through it because your teeth can't figure out where the hell it is in physical space.
It's really good, actually.
As its defense mechanism is becoming intangible to Euclidean physics abiding creatures.
My favorite natural system of defense is also to become unfathomable.
Yeah.
You know, just like everybody else.
I mean, unfortunately, I I don't have access to that ability, but it is still my favorite nonetheless.
To become unfathomable? What are you talking about? Have you listened to 90% of the conversations that you start on this fucking show?
That's true.
I'm pretty pretty sure. Like the closest thing I have to a natural defense in a similar vein would be me yelling, but even then, not really. Ooh, yay! Water rise. Oh god, it's really good. I love the statement of, ah yes, my natural defense mechanism of becoming unknowable.
Yeah, becoming intangible.
The
using
puffer
iframes.
The pufferfish turns into chest 2.
Yeah.
The MC Escherfish.
Yeah. The P in pufferfish stands for physics.
But that has nothing to do with this.
It disobeys the laws of them.
That's true. I guess that's true. God, that's really funny. A heart would be funny. That would be, I don't think, well, funny is relative, I suppose, but like a pufferfish that turns into a heart would be really cute, I think.
It puffs up into balloon text that says, "Don't eat me."
Like balloon letters.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm about to die. I didn't die. What the hell?
Pretty good.
Oh! 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 I got it. Okay, apparently I need to be Princess Peach for that. I died. Frick.
Rip. Rip and Peepop.
Rip to that guy, but I'm just built different.
I'm built different. I don't know about you, but I'm built different.
I have another topic of conversation that I wanted to propose. Mostly.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
So this one's this is definitely like less funny and more of just me. I don't know. Like it was a trend that I've been noticing recently, probably because of the people I follow on Twitter. But it was something that I had never really experienced before, so I wanted to ask somebody about it.
Right.
So, are you? What's the name of that surgery that people get when they're transitioning to like get their breasts removed?
Top surgery.
Sure. Oh no, this is a trick! It's an infinite.
What, top surgery?
No. Sorry, on my screen there was a coin block that had an infinite number of coins in it, and I was like, yeah, and so I started hitting it. But then I forgot that this level only has 100 seconds until you lose.
Oof.
So it was a trick.
It was a ruse.
So a thing that I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, and I need you to allow me to explain my thought process behind this first. But I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter where people do fan art of characters that already exist, but then they give them those like that classic like top surgery scar, I suppose.
Right.
And it's weird to me because it's like, allow me to explain, because it's like, I was thinking about this last night because it was I saw there was like two things of fan art back to back. One of them was Luigi, and the other one was Usopp from One Piece.
Okay.
And under both circumstances, first off, the art was phenomenal. It was very high quality, but they both had top surgery, and I was just like, I don't know, there was something about it that kind of rubbed me the wrong way initially, where I was like, but both of these characters are male, like they were never anything else and then transferred into this. They were just males to begin with, so like giving them this scar feels weird. However, I was then thinking about it and I was like, well, why don't I have a problem with like gender swap art, right? Like if somebody draws like a female Mario or a female Luigi or something like that, I'm like, oh, that's just like cute, you know? Or what was that trend that was going on a while back, which was like people were drawing a male Princess Peach in like a suit, and she was like the villain of the game or whatever.
Right.
Like I had
Girl
no
Boss
problem.
Peach.
What?
Girl Boss Peach.
Was that the name?
No, I'm making that up.
Oh, okay. And yeah, and I don't have any problems with that. So it's just like, why does this bother me? And I came to the realization that I don't think it's actually that like the general principle of the art bothers me. I think it's the mental gymnastics I have to do personally in order to keep track of like what the character is supposed to be at that point in time in the artwork. Because like, if it like, so Luigi, for example, is male, like obviously everybody knows that. But then in the fan art, Luigi was female and then transferred to being male, so we're just kind of back to square one again.
Right.
And there's something about that that just makes my head hurt.
Sure, I guess.
And so, I don't know. I guess the point of me bringing this up is A, I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was really interesting, and B, I don't know, what do you think about that sort of thing? It should be noted. It should be noted, by the way. People can do whatever the hell they want.
Right.
like that. Like that's its own thing. I'm not here. I'm definitely not here trying to be like, oh, you can't do that because that's not how the character is. Like, because A, I don't give a shit, and B, no one gives a shit. But it's just like, I don't know. I had never seen that before, and just I don't know. There was something about it where I was just like, huh. I've never actually had to like put mental energy into considering this before, and so it caught me off guard, I suppose.
Yeah.
Whoa, that looks cool as fuck.
Like I said earlier, I'm on Tumblr a lot, and therefore I have seen this.
Seeing a lot.
I've seen this a lot since like high school. This is the thing that people do because they want to project their own transgenderness onto some of their favorite characters, which is fine. But yeah, once you're exposed to enough, you quickly spend less and less mental energy just being like, oh yeah, it's the same gender, but now the person's trans.
Okay.
It's just a thing of exposure, I think, because if this is the first time you've seen it, then congratulations.
It was legit. This has legit been the first time, because I only recently just learned about what those scars. Like I'd seen those scars before, and I used to just think like, oh, dude, that's just like a sick scar. You know what I mean? Like that's just like a cool like character design-ish type scar. But now that I understand the implications, I'm like, oh, okay, that like makes more sense now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess this is the first time that I'm like really interpreting like, oh, this is what that's supposed to be. I get it now.
Right.
I got this gun head now. Ooh, that worked. Ooh, is that golden pipe? I think it is. Lovely. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they have so the top surgery scar or whatever? That's like a clear indication as to like somebody like has like physically transitioned or whatever, right?
Not inherently. Some women just want to remove their breasts for comfort's sake or cancer reasons. But usually in modern media, yes.
Okay, I understand. And so through an extension of that, is there not a version, because that sounds weird, but like, is there a version of that but for the opposite direction, I suppose?
Like when people have surgery to have breasts?
Yeah, like, I mean, is there like a de facto, like body detail that's left behind that clearly indicates that?
I don't think so, but also I don't have enough experience in that area to know, so.
Okay. I guess I'm mostly just asking you because of your aforementioned familiarity with Tumblr.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't...
Run in.
If I'm correct, and I could easily be wrong because this is not my area of expertise, but if I'm correct, then like it is easier for the body to gain flesh and skin than to remove it.
I mean,
So
I could believe that.
If you're taking certain hormones and you just gain weight in a certain way, your body might just redistribute it to like the chest area, I guess. That's my guess hunch.
Layman understanding.
Yeah, again, I am not a transgender woman, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know any transgender woman. Or no, I know one transgender woman. I haven't talked to her about that.
No! Oh. Sorry. Oh.
Ooh.
No! Come on! Yeah.
Come on!
Come on! Let's get serious! No! That didn't work in the slightest. Shit. Come on, come on! Dude, this game's good. Who knew that Mario was good?
Mario was good aligned after all this time, it's revealed.
Who would have guessed?
Especially after his sexual assault allegations.
Against Bowser.
Yeah, it turns out Bowser was lying. Who would have thought?
Water. Oh my god, the sun's already going down. What time is it? Got like an hour and 10 minutes until the end of stream. Height. Ooh, mash.
Okay.
I didn't get any green stars for that level. Oops.
Oopsie. Made a duh-oh.
Duh-oh.
Stinky.
God, there was something I was gonna ask, but now I don't remember. Oh, so less of a thing that I was gonna ask, but another thing that I had seen on Twitter, and this wasn't all from last night. This has been like over the course of like the last few days or whatever, and I just forget to bring them up because, needless to say, you're like kind of the only person that I know that has any familiarity with this stuff. So I kind of just leave the conversation to you a lot, which I also apologize for. But you know, whatever.
That's fine.
I saw that there was a bunch of people who were getting really upset over the phrasing of gender swap.
Right.
Because, like, I don't know, the argument was like, well, that, like, so the initial argument I saw was somebody being like, well, that just implies that there's only two genders. Which, in a literal sense, it doesn't. Because you can swap between any number of things. So
yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I just thought it was kind of funny because, in theory, the only people that wouldn't, or technically the only people that shouldn't be comfortable with the like particular vernacular of gender swap should be those who believe that there are one or less genders, right? Because if there's only one, if there's 1 or 0, then that means you can't swap. But other than that, everything else would be theoretically be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just one of those things where I was just like, I was a little confused by the arguments that were being made.
There are arguments as to why gender swap can be seen as insensitive. The idea that the idea that supposes there's only two genders is not a good one, and also not one I've heard before.
What are the can I hear some of the other arguments for why gender swapping is bad?
I guess just some people take the idea of gender a little more seriously and think that flippantly changing a character's like identity has implications, and that
Implications?
Yeah, depending on the society that they're raised in, whatever.
Okay.
That, or just like the idea that like, for like I said, some people take gender kind of seriously, especially when trans people think the idea of just transitioning to a different gender is taken as like, oh, just a fun thing. Like some people take offense to that. There are people that don't and think it's fine. I think there's less of a right or wrong and more comes on personal preference. If someone doesn't like the fact that other people are portraying characters as a different gender than they're purported in their original appearances, That's fine. I don't care. So
Which is fair.
it doesn't affect me, ergo I don't super care. But yeah, I wouldn't fault anyone for seeing one or the other way.
Like, because you can kind of understand both.
Yeah, like, you know.
Like, you don't necessarily
It's,
agree with both, but you kind of get it. Which is
Yeah, exactly. I'm an enlightened centrist. I'm smart.
You're a griller, is what I'm hearing. God. I gotta focus. If I miss any of these, I die. Whoa! I'm gonna go up. No! I died. Are you fucking kidding? I died. Damn it. Okay. I don't know. I guess the more I hear about the like particularly opinionated sides of the internet, the more I come to terms with the idea that like human beings just weren't made to agree with each other. I think on all fronts.
Yeah.
And I think this opinion that I have probably comes from the fact that I am not a transgender person. But like, I don't know. Wouldn't it be dope to be able to just change back and forth, like at the drop of a hat?
That would be good. It's just the idea of changing someone, because quote unquote gender swap like art or whatever doesn't imply that inherently.
What, that they can swap back and forth?
Yeah, it just implies that they are a different person now.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of see that.
Yeah.
There you
I mean, in the case of like the fucking the princess crown, that does imply that, but.
go. Oh yeah. I had to I had to think about what the fuck you were talking about for a second.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday, when you voiced your disappointment in not being there on stream to take the what'd you calls it test, was that did you actually watch it, or did you just see that we were taking the quiz?
I just saw you were taking it. I didn't watch it.
Okay. Because I was very surprised to learn that Colin wants to join us for that. He wants to be on co-op mode and join us on theater mode for that.
Let's do this.
It's fair.
Oh, it's a fucking train.
The streams are crossing.
The streams are awesome. Well, considering that 90% of the people who are on stream are on both, it makes sense. Yo!
Yo!
Yo! Do you remember, I mean, how many Kirby games have you played?
A handful. Like, I think probably like 3 or 4.
Okay, I'm about to say, so you and I are probably about... No! Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I was trying to specifically not destroy this, this pipe that I had to go into. Oops, my bad. Sorry. But, so how many... So you said about 3 or 4. How many of those did you play that you can recall had, oh my god, please. Had the thing where you could take the powers and mix them together?
I think 1 or 2 of them, probably.
Okay. I'm gonna ask just for my own personal sake now. Did you play Kirby Squeak Squad?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because that was the one I was about to refer to as well. Because
I vividly remember that one.
I love Squeak Squad. We're definitely playing it on stream at some point. But in Squeak Squad, as you're familiar, you could take the powers and you can just mix them up, and it was fucking amazing. It was really fun.
Cool.
And so I was wondering, because Mario games seem to... Because, like, Mario is less of a... Well, I mean, he is still very much a character, but he's also kind of developed into, like, a motif over time. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that Mario has... He could jump. Sometimes he has a hammer. He always has a hat and a mustache, and he always has, like, this specific way of looking about himself. Typically, he's going to save a princess from Bowser, you know, stuff like that. Like, he's like, kind of a motif, kind of like Spider-Man.
Right.
And it seems like as the Mario games get further and further into the future, like in terms of like they keep making new ones, it seems like they take some of those ideas and they really try to analyze like what does it mean to do X, Y, and Z. So like for example, in Mario Galaxy, that whole game was just about fucking with Mario's jump. You know what I mean? And then obviously Odyssey was all about fucking with Mario's hat, which is its own thing. And so I was trying to think, dude, this is gaudy as hell, I love it. So I was trying to think, what's another like quintessential Mario thing that they could fuck with? And I was thinking about the power-ups, because we were talking about the power-ups earlier, because everybody associates power-ups with Mario. You know what I mean? Mostly just Fire Flower, but Mario is very well known for having like the Super Shroom and all that stuff. And so I was wondering, what if they released a Mario game, like a full-fledged Mario game, that had the thing where you could take the powers and mix them up together to make like a new one? I think that'd be kind of cool.
Would be.
Like imagine taking the Fire Flower and the Boomerang, and it just makes like a meteor that spins around.
Meteor, okay. I was just gonna say Fire Boomerang would be more cartoony, but Meteor would be like more fantasy cool.
Okay. What am I supposed to do this man's? Oh, am I supposed to bop him? Oh, I just bop him. That was easy. Cool. I'm assuming he hurts me if I'm standing up. Oh, he's like his own snake charmer. Isn't that lovely?
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't that lovely? I think it is.
What a fucking midge.
What a... I'm not saying that.
Well, you don't want to say a British cuss word.
Oh, really, Coach Wood. What's the name of that guy? He's like a semi-famous YouTuber. I think his name's like Spaz Kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's talked about how he laments on multiple occasions choosing that name because he chose it just because people kept calling him a spaz in high school. And it's like, yeah, that's, you know, fair, right? Because that's, you know, it's like it's insulting, but it's not like super bad, I guess, at least not in the US. And then when he names himself that and he like starts getting famous, he like learns like, yeah, no one in the UK is allowed to watch your stuff because your name has a swear word in it. And he's like, what? And it's like, yeah, just imagine if your name was like R-Tard Kid or whatever, but like the full word. And he was like, oh. And yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Dude, this Elgato is magic. I wanted to share as well, but so yesterday when I was, because yesterday was the first time I had ever streamed any footage from the Elgato, right? So I was getting everything all set up, and I was like, okay, everything seems good, and I loaded up Bowser's Fury, and all of the audio was horribly crackling. You know what I mean? Like, it sounded like absolute horse shit. And I was like, well, okay, this is really bad. I've heard people, like, you know, lament about this sort of issue before. Let me see if I can figure out how to fix it before, before this gets really bad. And I looked it up, and it was like, there was so much stuff. It was stuff where, like, people were saying, like, oh, you have to do this, that, and the other thing. You have to, like, uninstall X, Y, and Z. You have to buy this cable or buy this cable and yada yada. And it was, like, all this stuff. And it just seemed like a huge hassle and that it was going to be a bunch of money to get it fixed. And so I was super upset. And I was like, well, you know what I haven't tried yet? I haven't tried the tried and true technical support solution of have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? And so I did.
Oh, I was gonna say percussive maintenance.
Well, you can't necessarily percussive maintenance a digital software.
Yeah, you can.
You shouldn't.
What, you can't just reach in your computer and physically touch your programs and apps?
No. All right, that's a good conversation to have in a moment, though. Just keep that in mind. But anyway, long story short, turns out that just by shutting down and turning back on the Elgato game capture software, the crackling just solved itself. And I was like, oh, great. Well, I'm really glad I didn't listen to any of the shit that anybody else was saying online. Because if I did, I would have spent like $200 trying to fix this.
Yeah.
I know people mean well, but also, come on.
People on the internet, you don't know they're not robots, according to my dad back in circa 2011.
I remember, and obviously, like, most people have stories like this, but I remember my dad was definitely one of those types of parents who just assumed that me going on the internet, period, was giving the computer viruses.
Right.
Just I would go, like, I'd be on frickin', I don't even know, like, just Yahoo Answers, just, like, looking up a question to something, and Dad would be like, what are you doing? Get off of there, you're gonna get us viruses. And I was like, no. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, so, you kind of accidentally proposed this topic of conversation, but I think it's really funny, so I wanted to pursue it.
Right.
You mentioned reaching into your computer and, like, touching a program. What do you think would be the most unpleasant program to touch on your computer?
Are we basing just off the app icon or like the actual program itself?
I'm gonna say, like, the overall, like, mental resonance you have with the app in question. So, like, for example, like, if you had Microsoft Edge on your computer, that would be, like, it would be next to nothing because it's so pathetic, but...
Microsoft Edge does have a very appealing app icon, I will say.
I mean, it's slick. I'll give it that.
The icon itself is nice, but...
Lawrence, not with that attitude. I don't even know what Lawrence is responding to, unfortunately.
In my experience, I'd say BattleNet.
Fucking BattleBet?
Battle.net, it's the fucking...
Oh, Battle.net, sorry. I thought you said BattlePet.
Yeah, no, it's the Blizzard one.
So that would be the least... That would be the worst one to touch.
For me, I think so, yeah.
May I ask why?
Both the icon looks bad, and I have bad... I don't like the HUD and all this shit. Although I will say Origins is a close second.
Origins is pretty bad.
Origins is pretty bad.
if you had to describe the finger feel of how you think Battle.net would feel with your hands, what would you say?
I think it would probably be like dull, like hardened clay, but like spiky.
Like spiky as in like it's chipping but still dry, or spiky as in like it has like little spikes coming out of it?
No, spike is in like I guess I would imagine it as like a clay ball, but like large clay spikes protruding out of it, and it's all dry and hardened.
So like a pufferfish.
Kinda, but with longer quills.
Okay. So like Quillfish. The Pokemon.
Yeah.
I would have to say that of the... Because I don't usually have many... I take very much pride in this, like, my computer, in terms of, like, what is and is not on it. And I would have to say that the only thing that's on my computer right now that I think would be unpleasant to touch, like just directly unpleasant and not like the worst of blank, would definitely be, oh, I died. Would definitely be, you know, GitHub?
Yeah.
So for the game jam that we did a little while back, the guy on our team who was like the main engineer or whatever, he was like, "Oh yeah, you should get," because I was supposed to be like the project manager, which I was, but he was like, "Yeah, you should, if you have GitHub, you should really just get Git itself," which Git is its own program. He's like, "Yeah, you should get Git itself, so that way you can like manipulate the repository without needing me there." And I was like, "Okay, well that's not that bad." It is the most obtuse, like, untenable, like no human being in the world was designed or was intended to ever use this program ever. Like, have you ever tried to swipe your finger across like a smartphone screen after it's cracked?
Yeah, my old smartphone's cracked.
So there you go. So you know that sensation of like, I'm pretty sure I just cut up my finger. I would describe that Git would be like that, where it's clearly supposed to be smooth to somebody, but to me right now it's just causing me physical harm.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Poor unfortunate soul.
Poor unfortunate souls.
So,
Lawrence, are you back in chat now? Because if you're back in chat, I had asked you a... If you're back in chat, I had asked you a little while ago, but I think you weren't present at the time. I had asked you how the animation was going, the animation that you were doing to celebrate graduating. I would like to hear about it.
or would you?
I'm pretty sure I would. Oh, it was a stamp.
Stan.
It was a Steven Stamkos. No, you stupid bee killed me. Oof, I responded a bit ago. Oh god, I guess I didn't see it. Let me repaste. I haven't continued the animation yet. I've been doing a Valentine-related illustration and working on the Dawn project. Does she have a name for that yet? I think she called it like it was like As the Wind Blows, I think, was the name that she came up with. Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing some updates from you and Saba on her not visual novel, despite it clearly being a visual novel. I know I did just technically take a shower. Like, well, I guess it would be like 5 hours ago. But like, I'm gonna take another shower again, just so that way I can like steam clean my nose. I'll be able to breathe again.
You have a humidifier?
No, the humidifiers clam up my skin.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate catch-22.
What if it wasn't?
But what if? Bow.
Shit.
Bowser. Me wow.
Me big boy.
Oh, what a little kiss. What have you done? Little kiss.
Jesus Christ, okay. Playing a video game and it's being difficult at me.
Difficult at me.
Yeah.
Difficult at me is Luke's brother.
Yeah. Fuck's sake, I hate misclicking in this game, it's so easy to do. Games that are easy to misclick in really piss me the hell off.
That was unique.
Oh fuck, I'm restarting this fight. Fucking misclick.
Murder. Oh, I can't believe this is the same stream that we did the Bentley, this sausage maker bit.
Why not?
What was your weapon?
I didn't say what my weapon was.
Yeah, you did. You said it was like wasn't it like the dual leopardy?
Oh, right, double leopardy, yes.
Double leopardy.
Well, there you go, double leopardy.
Everything else about that bit was about food, except for yours, which was about fucking leopards.
No, the fucking money collector wasn't about food.
He's the CFO of a money or of a food app.
Right, and it wasn't about food.
I guess that's literally true. Mario's, please. Oh, thank you, Mario's. Oh, dude, I love this song. You hear this? Killed him. He's dead, Jim. That was you. Oh, sick. Get more Marios. There's so many Marios. No! I lost all of my Marios!
Pizza.
God, it's really hard. This lost so many Marios. I'm so embarrassed. No, I'm dead! Shit. It's a me, Mario's. It's a we, Mario's. Do you think that, you know how like after the massive popularity of Rosalina, they started adding her to like all of the tertiary content? Do you think they're gonna do the same thing with Pauline?
Perhaps.
To be fair, Pauline is less integral to Mario Odyssey than Rosalina is to Mario Galaxy, but still.
Yeah.
Ciao, Lawrence. See you tomorrow. Whew! That's incredible. All that just for a fucking stamp? Are you kidding? Please, Mario's get together. Oh, bad time. There we go. Oh no. This is the place where the funny Game Grumps bit happened. Excellent. No! Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking kidding me? How you doing, Adrian? You got all quiet.
I'm tacticsing right now, and I'm suffering great losses. I'm about to have a fucking Pyrrhic victory on my hands here.
Where does the word Pyrrhic victory come from?
Battle of Pyrrha.
Is that true?
Probably. I don't know, maybe.
Wait, did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Oh, because you could have said that and then just been like, yeah, and I would have believed you probably.
Pyrrhic. Etymology: Pyrrhus, from Pyrrhus.
Is he like a general?
Pyrrhus of Thessaly was the daughter of Epimetheus. Blah 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 blah. Credited with being born.
Credited with being born, like most people, you know.
Where does Pyrrhic victory come from? Came courtesy of Pyrrhus of Epirus, a Greek king who was undone by his costly battle against the Romans. Okay, so it's named after a general who sacrifices people to win a battle and lost anyway.
So essentially because he sacrificed so many people, he won the battle but lost the war.
Yeah.
All right, it's pretty poetic, I guess. I like that. No! God, this level sucks. do you know where the phrase did you know where the phrase hoisted by my own petard came from?
It's from the fact that a petard is like a weird mechanism thing from back then or some shit.
Would you like the full definition, or would you like your mutterings to be the end of it?
My mutterings are the be-all end-all, but if you'd like to continue with your pawnish sayings...
Pawnish?
Yeah.
The fuck does pawnish mean?
Like a pawn.
What, pawn? That's bullshit. Alright, well, you are correct. A petard was it was like a siege weapon, essentially. God damn it. I'm forgetting about the music. A petard was like a siege weapon, essentially. It was essentially a giant fuck you bell that you would just strap to the front gates of whatever, like, castle you were trying to siege. And the bell would be absolutely chock full of, like, gunpowder and shrapnel and shit. And you would just light it, and it would blow apart the gate. And that was the whole objective of the petard. But the phrase "hoisted by your own petard" comes from the very frequent goings-on of generals who would be, they really want to, because obviously the sooner a siege ends, the better. So they would drastically overload the petards, and when it exploded, it didn't just blow open the door, it also sent the petard rocketing backwards, killing like hundreds of people. So that's a hoisted, or foiled, or foisted, because there's 1,000 different variations of the same phrase. But yeah, I like that. I like old tech where it's literally just a bell with bomb in it.
Bomb bell.
Did you know that Bombay doesn't exist anymore?
Do you know that Pompeii doesn't exist anymore?
Pompeii famously hasn't existed for a long time.
You don't know that.
What? Adrian! You can't just keep saying statements like that. I'm gonna have to get my fucking blood pressure checked.
I'm testing your confidence. If you were confident, you would be able to rebuke me without any worry.
No, it's not me being worried that I'm wrong. It's me being fucking flabbergasted at your willingness to say such ridiculous statements.
It's me being worried that the famous Pompeii mole people are gonna uprise.
Pompeii mole people. It's like the mythical fire variant of mole people.
Yeah.
I remember when that news story was making the rounds again of that like gay couple who got buried in the conflagration in Pompeii. There was like I don't remember exactly what the joke was, which I guess would make this a little bit better. But the guy made a joke at the expense of the couple, and it wasn't necessarily like a bad joke per se, but it was definitely at their expense. And somebody replied with "too soon," and the guy just replied with the Wikipedia article stating that Pompeii occurred like what 2,000 years ago or whatever, like almost 2,000 years ago. So that was really funny. When is it not too soon anymore? Can I make jokes about Abraham Lincoln's assassination yet, or is that still too soon?
Depends on who you ask. Are you asking a future person or a present person?
What do you mean?
Or are you asking a past person?
I'm asking Abraham Lincoln's ghost.
Well, how would you feel if someone asked or made a joke about your death after you died?
So once again, I will reiterate this in the most realistic way possible. If I died in a way that people could joke about, and then they were talking about it, and I was able to know that they were talking about it, I wouldn't give a shit at all anymore, because I'd be a ghost, and I'd be the happiest person on Earth.
Happiest ghost on Earth.
Happiest ghost. What, you say ghosts aren't people?
No.
Oh my god, dude, that's another narrative I would love to explore. The idea of like, because you know how like in a lot of like robotic fiction, the arguments is like, oh, do robots count as people or whatever? I like the idea of do ghosts count as people, so that way we can't use them for slave labor.
The answer is no.
Ghosts don't count as... So if you used to be a person, but then you died, you're not a person anymore? It's very, it's not very progressive of you, is it?
It's not.
Just outright admitting it?
Yeah.
It's not. It's the most conservative view I have.
Exactly.
Listen, if every Tom, Dick, and Harry ghost was also a person, I couldn't make Tom, Dick, and Harry jokes, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Becky. Look at her butt.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I want to go back to Bowser's Fury. Like, this is fun, but I really like Bowser's Fury. Oh my god, there's 10.
What's a good command word? Like if you had a spell that you can only use a single word, but people would have to follow that command. But they're able to interpret it however they wish. What would it be?
Excellent.
Crumble.
So they just fall on the floor and...
No, it's up to their interpretation. They could,
Right.
like, if I tell them, like, if the command is to crumble, they could either collapse to the ground if they're stupid, or they could just pull out like a piece of paper.
Okay.
You know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I died. I didn't die. I'm alive. That was it. No! Ow. I shouldn't be yelling like that.
Probably not.
Ow. But I was so upset though. I am right that this is the Mario game that was on the 3DS, right? 3D World?
I don't fucking know. Makes sense.
Oh my god, what the hell? Why am I so floaty? Oh. My head hurty.
My band of mythic adventurers has been stopped by a single ghoul on the road.
How many adventurers?
6.
By a single ghoul, you say?
By a single ghoul who really wanted to try to fight us by standing aggressively at us until we shot at him.
Have you thought about firing these people?
At the ghouls? Yes, I did that.
That's not what I meant, but sure.
Oh, there's another ghoul. He was standing further away from his friend, but not close enough to help in the fight at all.
Ooh. This is pretty good.
Okay, now they're coming out of the woodwork. Now there's a bunch of ghouls everywhere. And they're dead. Jeez.
I've moved on to Mario 35.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it is until March.
Oh, okay. keeping the servers up for that long.
This the fact that they're not going to be selling 3D All Stars after March does irk me, because that one's like, why? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But this one I could definitely see why they would want to like stop using this after after a little bit. It's good, but it's not like super great. Why are you making noises?
Talking, saying yes, yes, saying yes.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello, Koopa. Koopa Doopa Doopa.
You know, Pathfinder, you can make most low-level spells into potions.
That's kind of neat. I like that.
Yeah. I will say though, it is tested sometimes when you try to figure out how the hell a potion of grease works.
Isn't that just a bottle of grease?
Yeah.
Wait, so, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. There's potions of inflict wounds, which is normally a spell where you touch someone and hurt them.
So is that just
Just
a bottle?
it's just poison.
Oh, okay. Well, because you said of inflict wound, and I don't really think of poison as inflicting wounds, so I
Right,
thought it was just a glass bottle that just shattered when it hit them.
It's basically just poison, but it is supposedly infused with the spell inflict wounds. But you have to drink it to affect it. You can't throw it at anyone.
I feel like I could inflict more wounds by throwing it at them.
Probably. Monkey.
If you have a moment, would you mind looking up when the original Legend of Zelda came out?
It came out February 21st, 1986.
1986. So how many years ago was that?
14 plus 21. 35.
Oh, wow. Mario and Zelda came out in the same year?
Apparently.
That's incredible. I didn't know that. I wonder...
Mario came out a year earlier?
Fuck, I'm an idiot. I wonder... Wait, so are they not gonna do anything for Zelda's 35th anniversary?
Probably not.
But why?
Zelda's not as hot shit as Mario is.
But they're doing something for Pokemon's anniversary.
Yeah. Pokemon comes out more frequently than Zelda does, I think.
Definitely. Because they have at least one game that comes out per year, but it's like... I don't know, that feels weird, right? Because Nintendo has like 3 fucking Nintendo really is a 3-masted ship. They have Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon.
It's Smash.
Smash isn't... Well, yeah, Smash, but Smash isn't really its own franchise.
They release it less often, but it is very important to them.
That's true. Is there any other Nintendo games that aren't Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon that have had as many installments as Smash Brothers? Definitely not Splatoon, definitely not ARMS, definitely not, fucking, what's the racing one that never came out again?
Never
F-Zero.
came out. Oh. That came out at one point in arcades.
Never came out again.
Sure, fair.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh wait.
Frick. Yeah, I did it. What? They changed how this works! What do you mean they changed how this works? I'm still trying to think. I think you're right. No, how many Star Fox games did they come out with? Whoa, and also is Fire Emblem Nintendo?
Yes, but also Star Fox is not nearly as important as Smash Bros.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. But I mean, how many Star Fox games were there?
Like 4 or 5, I guess.
Okay. And once again, I'll reiterate, is not Kingdom Hearts. What the fuck did I just say?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. How many Fire Emblems them, right?
Yeah,
How many Fire Emblem games are there?
a lot more.
So which one do you think is more important in Nintendo? Smash Brothers or Fire Emblem? I would also like to have you direct your attention towards the roster of Smash Brothers.
I was gonna say, it's a hard one.
Also Kirby, I guess.
Kirby's
Right?
solid. Yeah. I would say that Nintendo is not a 3-masted ship.
Well, I'm not saying that. Well, okay, like implying that they're like 3-masted doesn't mean that they only have 3. I'm just saying that they have 3 like big primary ones, whereas most other companies have
Right.
like 1. I think. I think the only other company that I can think of that really competes with them would be like Capcom, because Sega obviously has Sonic, but what else does Sega have? Monster
They're
Hunter.
not Capcom.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
that's
list off
that's
the
Capcom.
ones. Yeah, I was gonna think of Capcom stuff, but
Well,
they're
let's
not
think of Capcom stuff, because they got Monster Hunter, they got Resident Evil, they got Street
They
Fighter,
got Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
they got Phoenix Wright. This is true. They got Ace Attorney. They got what else? What else do they got? I already said Resident Evil. I can't think of anything. They have a lot more. What am I not thinking of?
Did you already say Street Fighter?
I did say Street Fighter. They have they have Lost Planet, although that's just me. Lost Planet 2 is sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick, dude. Sick. That's pretty fucking sick, dude. Oh, sick.
Pretty fucking radical, dude.
It's a real cool Radical Rex.
Okay, there we go. Aw, they made it so you can't just loop anymore. Oh, never mind. It looped for me. I appreciate that. Thank you, game. What the hell?
Thank you, game. Very cool.
Thank you, game. Very cool. All right, so I don't know. Maybe there's more Capcom stuff that we're just not thinking of at the moment. But what does Sega have?
Sega franchises.
They got Sonic.
List of video game Sega franchises.
I think they got Altered
Oh,
Beast.
Jesus Christ. They do have Altered Beasts. Jet Set Radio is dead.
Jet Set Radio is dead. So much that an indie studio has to revive it.
Scud Race.
I have no idea what that is.
It apparently went for 1 year, and it's it's an arcade racing game. Scud. They have Shenmue. Kind of.
Yeah,
not
but
really
Shenmue is its own thing.
Shenmue's a zombie. Streets of Rage, I guess.
Streets of Rage is fine. I'd give them Streets of Rage.
Virtua Cop, Virtua Fighter, Virtua Striker, Virtua Tennis, Virtual On.
I don't know.
Oh, they're Yakuza.
They are Yakuza. There you go. That's one. That's a good tentpole franchise.
I mean, I literally just went through the alphabetical lists, so
Oh my god, that's all of it.
that's the ones that stuck out to me. Acquired. They have acquired Company of Heroes, Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, Herzog, Megami Tensei.
I would argue that acquiring a smaller company that has good IP does not count as your IP.
sure.
right?
In that case,
just like
yeah,
just like how
just
like how Bethesda tries to argue nowadays that they invented the first-person shooter.
Well, okay, I'll go. Oh, they're Bayonetta. I forgot that.
No, is it?
Yeah, they're Bayonetta.
Now, do they have Bayonetta or did they acquire Bayonetta?
No, that's one of their original franchises.
Wow. Okay.
Developed by Platinum Games.
I'm about to say I more associate that with Platinum, but that being said, Platinum's not like a publisher, so.
Yeah, I sorted by latest release. They've got Alex Kidd, Football Manager, Panzer. They got Panzer Dragon, Space Channel 5, Streets of Rage Yakuza, Shenmue, Sonic the Hedgehog, Star Horse, Super Monkey Ball. That one's okay.
Super Monkey Ball's not bad. It's definitely not the same caliber as anything that we've talked about, but still.
There are unfortunately few entries between Sonic the Hedgehog and Jet Set Radio.
Oh no.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog, Star Horse, Super Monkey Ball, Border Break, House of the Dead, Phantasy Star, Valkyria, Daytona USA, Seventh Dragon, Let's Go.
Phantasy Star is really good, really big in Korea. I guess that one kind of counts, but not really.
Mushy King, King of Beatles, Fantasy Zone, Hero Break, Outrun, Shining, Galileo Factory, Ghost Squad, and then Jet Set Radio, right after Sega All-Stars.
Woof.
So yeah, that's sorted by latest release for their franchises. So, yeah.
So yeah, so they're doing great. Fuck, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird to think that, like, Sega is obviously a very big company compared to fucking, like, Toby Fox. But, you know, it's just weird that they're so big but also doing very poorly.
Well, I mean, they've been doing poorly for years, right?
Right, but they're still there.
It's one of those things where it's like, did you know that Microsoft Game Studio, in its entire history of existence, like since the original Xbox has come out, has never turned a single cent of profit?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just because it's completely subsidized by Microsoft Windows sales and stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the menu. I got my dailies. Oh. I don't know. Is there anyone that comes close to Nintendo in terms of like quality franchises?
I guess it depends on who you ask, but I can't think of any. But also, I don't pay attention to AAA games very much, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's fair.
So
I kind of just pay attention to like video game news in general. And I'm trying to think, because it's like similar to how a moment ago when we were talking about Sega, I said that acquisitions don't count. That also means that you really can't count 90% of Sony's stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can count like the Just Cause, or not Just Cause, goddammit, Uncharted. You can count Uncharted, you can count God of War, because Naughty Dog and Santa Monica are like direct partners. Like they don't work with anybody who's not Sony, you know what I mean? So they're basically part of the same company, but like other stuff, not really.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Really can't think of anything. I wonder, and we'll never know, but you know how the Tokyo Olympics has been like canceled officially for like the fourth and final time?
Right.
I wonder how much was spent, because I don't know if you recall, but Mario was supposed to be one of the mascots of the Tokyo Olympics.
He was going to compete in the long jump.
He was not. Dude, that'd be insane.
he was going to pioneer the backwards long jump technique in the Olympic long jump competition.
He just like rockets off into space.
Technically, there's no rule saying you can't bring a small staircase with you as equipment.
It's really good. but I wonder how much was spent on like marketing materials and like paper ads and like posters and art and stuff like that for an event that is no longer going to occur due to a once-in-a-century pandemic.
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna do one more because I think I'm really close to getting a level up, and then I'm gonna call stream. Thank you very much for sticking around this time, Adrian.
Yeah, no problem.
When I started stream today, I was kind of just doing another like no commentary, just playing Bowser's Fury. And then Saba popped into chat and she was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I reply as normal, and I was like, "Oh, everything's good." But then Saba didn't respond to that, so I was like, "Huh, that's weird." And then like fast forward by like 20 minutes or whatever, and I'm sitting there and I'm because like Saba asked a question about like why is Bowser so angry or something like that, and I gave her like the full explanation, and she didn't respond to it. And then she was like, "Are you there, Zach? You good?" And I was like, "Huh, wait a minute." And I typed in the chat, "Can you hear me?" And she was like, "No, I can't actually." And I was like, "Okay, let me check this out." So I stopped stream. I opened up my OBS. Turns out that at some point between last night and today, my OBS had completely reset all of its settings. Back to like system defaults. Luckily, all of my sources and all of my audio levels were exactly the same. But in terms of like when I was streaming, the only thing that was being output was the desktop audio, which was just like the game sound, which is what I was going for to begin with. So luckily that was fine. But like my audio and the Discord audio also was not being output. And so I was like, okay, I gotta fix that. But luckily, due to the 2.5 hours cumulatively that Saba and I have spent trying to get this audio shit to work, I knew how to fix it super quickly. I knew how to set it up within like 2 minutes. But it was just like, I don't know. That it gives me pause, because now I'm like, wait a minute, are you telling me that at any given moment when I wake up for stream and get ready to start streaming, my stream could just be completely fucked and I wouldn't know? Give me a percent. How far into that Pathfinder game are you think?
Well, it's an early access, but of the early access, I would guess probably like 30 or 40% is my estimate.
Okay.
That said, I haven't played through it entirely, so I don't actually know for sure.
That'd be funny if you were actually more like 80%.
No,
you're 99.9%. Literally, like within the next 2 seconds, it's gonna hit like, all right, tune back in for more content later. And you're like, what?
I'd be fine with that. There's been a lot of variations so far, and it's pretty fun. I'll be real with you. I play this game mostly to simulate the idea of playing with my D&D OCs in the campaign, and it does that well enough.
That's fine.
It's good for when you don't have friends that want to play D&D with you.
Oh no.
I mean, that or you just can't find a good D&D game, which is also valid. It happens to me.
Excuse me. No! Fuck. Okay. Fuck, I died again. Why am I so bad at Mario? Is it because I'm bad at Mario, or is it because I've been, like... or is it because I've been playing for 5 hours?
Who knows?
While being sick. It's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Alright. I'm good. Oh, alright. That was a good stream.